Good afternoon, Candice. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. I know I mentioned today that we were going to cover purchase orders with yourself and Hector in inventory and have them kind of see that process in play. In the top right, I have Edgar Manas, and he's our purchasing and inventory manager. This is his, since we mentioned that there's roles here, and this is a role that you can have um, for his position. So in this case here, what we want to do is go and enter a purchase order. On my screen, you'll see that I have the key performance indicators that all the roles can have. These are a little bit custom. These are customized for the specific for Edgar. Um, so with that being said, you'll see here in the navigations portlet we have inventory management, purchasing, demand planning, and reports. To enter a purchase order, we can click down there in the navigations portlet to purchase order, or we can use the power of the global search tool. So if I can just type in purchase orders, and I can enter a purchase order here. And this is my purchase order page. I can find my vendor name, and I want to go ahead and use Amazon. I've got fields here where I can complete any locations. I want to go ahead and do this for Boston. My currency is United States dollar. And I went on your website, and I wanted to use one of the products that you have right now, which is the Caribbean Mist Lotion. My quantity here, I'm going to set it at 250. So I've essentially created the purchase order, and if I wanted to enter a supervisor approval, I can do that. In this case, we're just going to kind of run through this purchase order here and save it. So the purchase order has been saved, and now I want to go ahead and receive it. So we're in the warehouse, and I've got my warehouse operations role. So this is Alicia Brown's dashboard. Alicia has a different view in her KPI portlet for shipment delivery. This is what she likes to see, and this is the stuff that she needs to keep track of. Again, that's customizable. At the bottom, she's got the same navigation portlets, but again, hers are a little bit different. So she can receive orders, fulfill them, adjust the inventory, but in this case, we still want to receive that order. So we're going to go ahead and come to our workflow engine. So when she comes in, she's going to see that she's got 85 orders to fulfill and 104 orders to receive. So we've got all our purchase orders here, and we want to go ahead and remember that we're working here with purchase order 1379. Let's go ahead and receive that. So item received, I have a reference number, history, landed cost, and workflow. I can kind of go through there, any history that's happened within that, and the workflow within that system, and any memos that I want to put here. So I also have my purchase order that I can drill down to and look at that form. So let's go ahead and save this item receipt. And it's been received. So in your case, we've got Lori handling a lot of the order, the receipts, and the billing. So let's go ahead and go to the controller role here for you. So my controller role, again, it's customizable. I've got different portlets. Obviously, we want to go ahead and build that purchase order. And she's got that workflow engine. Her reminders are here at the top. So we want to go ahead and look for that one there. And here's our purchase order to build 1379. Let's go ahead and submit that. We've got a reference number here, a known location, the approval status, and let's go ahead and build that. So we've created that purchase order. We can come back here to our dashboard, or we can use a global search. We want to just go ahead and pay that bill now. So I'm going to look at it I can search from vendor. I can click these transactions here. It'll change it for me. The due date, if I have it up here, the most recent ones. But since we're working with Amazon, let's go ahead and keep this here. And here's my bill. We're going to go ahead and save that. And we can even see where that AP account hit. So let's go ahead and check out this status here. So we can definitely refresh this. And once I refresh that, I can now drill down and go back to that number. And when I've paid, I can hit the checking account to see where it came from. who we paid, and that's essentially the bill payment and the purchase order process.